and his crew. Heck of a game. It was ugly. If you are into offensive football, that was not a great showing. But I told our guys, one, don't ever get numb to this feeling. This is an awful feeling. But I'm really, really proud of the effort to be down 3 out of 4 of your captain, to be with your backup center, down to your third string quarterback for much of the game, and to be down 8 with a minute and whatever it was, 45 seconds left. There was not 1 ounce of disbelief on our sideline, not one. And ton of confidence in Tyreek and the offense to go down and do what they did. And our defense played really, really well. Obviously, third down getting off the field was still a problem. Played well in the red zone at times. And then offensively, with that crew in there, we struggled running the football, which set up some burden longs. I know we weren't in third down a whole lot, but we didn't convert any of them. I don't know that I've been in a game where that's happened. I know I've certainly not been in one that you won. So again, really, really, I would be remiss. We're not into moral victories, but to be under the circumstances that team was in, and come out here and go on the road and fight their tails off to get to overtime. I told them it's not effort now. Obviously, it's we didn't win that game because we didn't execute. They gave us everything they had, and I told them how much I appreciate them for that. And it's our job as coaches to make sure that we continue to improve in our execution. Questions?
Can you talk about the 2-point play which got the game tied up before the overtime?
Yeah, it's been on our 2-point list for a while. I think we ran the reverse to Omari the last game or the game before, and we were in that formation a couple different times and kind of saw a pretty advantageous look. But to call that play at that time takes a tremendous amount of trust, and we trust the heck out of Omari Hayes, trust the heck out of Tyreek Starks. Omari did a phenomenal job because they had covered it early. They zoned us. That was unlike them to play zone in that situation. And but they did. Omari actually tucked it to run, saw the guy fall off, transition, got the ball in a throwing position, and Tyreek did the rest. And so to be able to trust those 2 guys in that situation says a lot about them and our belief in them.
And how about the call that play, especially in Philadelphia, where the play special made?
I got asked that by the radio guys too. Yeah, trust me, I had no. The reasons for the call had nothing to do with where we were. I didn't even know until they told me.
What's the best quarterback they provide? Can you give any other updates on either players such as center Federico and any other guys that might have been hurt?
Yeah, only one that couldn't return, as far as I know, is Casey being evaluated for a high ankle sprain. I don't believe there's any fractures. I think they did get an X-ray, so we won't know the severity of it really until we get an MRI. And they put a grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, whatever grade that they put on it. And then Federico sprained his knee Wednesday in practice. I don't want to call any injury in this time and on crutches for a minor, but I think it could have been a lot worse. He's not going to need surgery. It's a strain of the MCL, and he's going to try like heck to get back to that last game.
We're going to follow up to that. How do you feel about Tyreek Stark stepping in? Very similar to Case last week, where kind of just thrown into the action. And I guess how do you feel about his performance tonight and going forward? How do you do the quarterback room for the last 2 games this season?
I love him. Absolutely love him. I think he's one of, if not the most improved players on our team. I shouted that from the rooftops to anybody that will listen. And unfortunately, he was having a good training camp and had a little flex training for a while there that kept him from throwing. And Casey continued to improve and kind of supplanted him. But it didn't deter him one bit. He's been in, he's been in the coaches' meetings. He watches film. He does everything that you would want a guy in his position to do. And when his number was called, he was ready. And I appreciate the heck out of him. You could view the quarterback for him. Obviously, Cam's not going to be back this season, and so we just have to see how severe case his ankle sprain is.
With the injuries, right? A lot of times some of these injuries can be considered freak accidents, like you have no chance with cases tonight. But could you think that some of these injuries is a product of maybe some of the pressure that's occurring, or the fact that a lot of hits build up over time? And if it's that latter option, is there anything that you would want to see from the quarterback from approach to kind of avoid those types of hits?
No. I mean, I've coached guys. It's really hard when guys can, make plays with their feet to try to rein them in. It's not how they're wired, and so they're going to move around back there. They're going to try to escape, and obviously at times the smarter players to throw the ball away or whatever situation we're in. I'm sure taking a sack, there's been a few that the quarterback could have avoided, but I think you live with some of those when they also, take quarterback draw 72 yards and scramble around and pick up first downs on third and long too. So you take the good with that a little bit, but as far as the reason for the injuries, I mean, again, just weird how they're getting, again, you can't strengthen clavicle, right? You can't strengthen an ankle. So, you worry, you're strong enough, all that when you get some soft tissue stuff, but when you get joints and bones, it kind of chalks those up to the physicality of the game.
The defense played outstanding for 3 quarters, but did you worry not being able to add on to that first touchdown that it might come down even a free play and you're behind?
Yeah, I mean, I think we always, when you have a minimal lead like that, getting it to a 2-score lead, even when it was 7-6, to be able to tack another touchdown on would have been obviously really beneficial. But no, for what the defense has gone through this past week, to hold the team to 15 points in regulation, and I was, how did they even get to 15? Was it 2 touchdowns?
1 touchdown.
2 field goals.
Yeah, that's something.
Long ones too.
Anyways, they played good enough to win, for sure.
Just looking at that with the defense as well, what main differences did you see compared to previous weeks into this week?
Well, I don't know. I honestly, I'm on the headset and I'm watching the game, but it's hard because the calls, right? We didn't change the defense, we didn't change the language, we didn't change any of that. So I think I'll know more, just kind of watching the film and parsing it a little bit better.
On that their last field goal in regulation, they snapped the ball. Did you believe that the ready for play had been whistled? Because I saw you saying
it was. Yeah, it was. So I don't know what changed that.
Regarding another aspect of defense, I like the run defense and the tackling was very much improved this week. Was there something that was more emphasized in practice this week, or is it more just that want to an effort that goes this way?
Neither. I think the guys just executed, and there were plenty that were big, missed tackles, but for the most part, I would agree. I think we tackled better. I wouldn't put us in the great category just yet, but making improvements is, again, if you come to work every day and each week you're better at something, then that was a good week, and we're better at tackling right now. We got to get better on third down on that side of the ball, but was happy with the effort that they gave for sure.
All right, thank you.